My name is Tamara Hundorova. I am a literary and cultural scholar in the field of Ukrainian studies, and as particular in literature, culture, gender, postcolonial studies, as well as topic connected to Chernobyl memory, Chernobyl representation and culture as well. During my stay at Vico, I plan to work on my project on immigration, a new wave of immigration after the end of Second World War, and especially about Ukrainian displaced person who stayed at the time in camp for displaced person. It happens after the Second World War. Many people, more than 1 million people, they rejected to return home, or could not return home, or afraid to return home. So, and they stayed in a camp under the temporary protection in the camp for displaced person. And among them, more than 200,000 of Ukrainians as well were also stayed in DP camp. So my idea and my project concerns the discussion about Occidentalism. In other words, about the Europe and about the West, and especially from the point of view of the other Europe, Europe that was usually not included in general European historical narratives. So this is about the eastern part of Europe, especially on the borderline between Europe and Asia, like for instance Ukrainian and other countries as well. So during this stay in the camp for displaced person, Ukrainian intellectuals not only live under the temporary protection, but they also had a very active intellectual and cultural life. They publish books, they run theater as well, and also provide very intensive discussion about the future of Ukraine and future of Europe and the Ukraine as well. So, and this discussion is very interesting because it brought to life the idea of Spengler, of Toynbee, of Jaspers about so-called decline of Europe or crisis of Europe and crisis of European mind after the Second World War. And on the one hand, but on the other hand, the discussion about Ukrainian identity, Ukrainian belonging to Europe as well, and also actualize many cultural, philosophical and historical idea in Ukraine. So in some way, as Ukrainian writer Ulas Samchuk wrote, it was a situation when the Eastern Europe appears and stay in the center of Europe as well. And the main question was about future Europe or United Europe as we call it today.